And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today, we're reviewing Injustice 2. This is another one of the games that on PS4 that released, I believe, in 2017. Thank you to Jeffofthemellows as well for letting me borrow this game and giving me the chance to play it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The sequel to Injustice: Gods Among Us. It's about the same length of game. But I beat the entirety on stream, but it took me 2 separate streams to do it this time. I did not beat it all on one stream. Even though I probably could have, it would have been long, but I probably could have done it. So, oh well, that doesn't really matter. But anyways, I got a lot of thoughts in this game, so let's jump right into it, shall we? First off, there's a couple things. What the fuck are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles doing in this game? What are they doing in this game? It doesn't make any sense why they're even in this game to begin with. Like, seriously. I know they're just DLC and, they don't really do anything, but just really weird that they're in this game that's mostly just like DC characters. Like, yeah, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Also, I was really annoyed and also a little confused that when I started, I reset the game so that I could start the story over again, there was a wait time to play the story. Why is there a wait time? What? There's a wait time to play the story? Because I just want to play the whole story over again? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me why they would do that. I'm about to sneeze. We're good. I thought the vasectomy joke by Green Arrow was really funny as well. There were some funny lines in this game. Obviously, with no Joker in this game, like there was in the first game, there's not as many, but there still are a few. So some that did get a good laugh out of me. The vasectomy one was probably the funniest out of them, honestly. But just like the last game, the majority of this game is combat and story. There are some other elements. There's more upgrades this time. You can do loot boxes that you win by completing different story portions of the story in the game. Those are pretty cool. I would have liked if you open them at the end of this thing instead of having to go all the way to the main menu and to a different part of the menu to do it. It just feels a little unnecessary to make that many steps, but there's some cool gear that really does help, that can help you in the game, though you don't need it. You don't need it to beat the game. So also there's a difficulty toggle now, but you can only do it at the start. I did the medium difficulty, but there's very easy, medium, and hard. So there you go. But there's a lot of other menu options I thought as well. There's a lot of good stuff there, just through different battle modes and stuff like that, and some other like special stuff that you can do. So there's a little bit more to do outside of just the main story of the game this time, though not a whole lot. It's not like not a lot of it's very intriguing in my opinion, though you can get some fun out of it, let's say. But now let's talk about that combat and that story. So the combat, it's better than the last game. Very similar, but in my opinion, it is a little better. The opponents don't, when they get down to a little bit of health, they don't go on a gigantic rampage that can get you from full health to killed before you even get a hit in, like last time. Though, in my opinion, to combat that, they decided to nerf the characters that you fight as. Aquaman is a lot worse to play as this time. Wonder Woman's not that much fun to play as either. Hell, even like Superman's not that much fun to play as anymore. And they introduced, and like Green Lantern, he's not that fun to play as either. And there's a few, and the big new character that's introduced here, obviously, there's some others that, are getting more representation on the enemy side, but on the hero side, it was Supergirl, and she was probably the worst out of all of them to play as. Her X attack is really unnecessary, is ineffective. It's unnecessary to even have an X attack because it doesn't work 99% of the time. And when it does work, it doesn't even do that much damage anyways. The specials are upgraded though, and I honestly thought Batman was the best one to play as, character wise. He also had the best special in my opinion. I really like the cinematics with those as well. They were really cool. And there's some other things that they did with the combat to kind of, go along with this. They do sometimes there's like the chapter in the story will be focused on two characters instead of just one. So when they go to fight, you can choose which one you want to play as. This happens with like the Firestorm and Beetle, Black Canary and Green Arrow, Batman and Superman even have this part. I think there's another one. I can't remember what it is though. But that's a cool like addition. It's a cool addition to do. I really, really like it. So, it gets a little bit of, you can enjoy different. Oh, Aquaman and Black Adam do this too. So it's really cool. I like that. And then the story. The story, in my opinion, was a lot easier to understand right out of the gate. Maybe because I played the first game, but there was none of this like 2 dimensions type shit where they're like mixing together and you're like super confused as to like, oh, this guy died, or why is there I'm fighting this guy. There's none of that anymore. You don't fight the same character that you're playing as anymore. You don't do that for the most part, at least. Like I said, it's very much more one-dimensional. It's just focused on one certain thing now. It's a little bit more simplistic to understand. It's still a good story. The pacing at the end, though, especially, is not great. But the big thing that they changed with this, though, is the choose your own adventure part. At the end of the game, near the end of the game at least, you can choose to fight on Superman's side when they like redivide at the end after defeating Brainiac. They go and like you can choose to be Superman or Batman. I chose to be Batman. You can check that out on stream. And there's like a secret ending that you can unlock by playing both parts. So get out, go. That was fun though. I enjoyed that. So it's a cool little way to get more individuality and add some extra playtime on the game, because you can go back and play the Superman side again to play the end of the game and see how it's different and see how it works out. It's pretty cool. I like that. The ending of the game, though, felt a little abrupt. Like I said, I picked the Batman side, and I was expecting the game to go on for about another hour longer than it did, or about like a half hour-ish. And it just ended. Oh, I didn't know that was because the walkthrough I was following off of when I needed help was that I was tracking was at the end. It includes the other alternate ending type thing, so that's why it's longer than it seems. But it just, in my opinion, just wrapped up really quickly. It just seemed like there wasn't as much character development or anything like that as we saw in the first game, which was a little disappointing. It didn't really ruin it that much overall, but yeah, it just like, oh wait, it's over? I thought there was another hour to play or something like that, But, still okay. It just feels like the pacing wasn't as good, especially with it being about similar length as the first game, if you only play one of the alternate endings. So that's just what I thought. So, but anyways, that's gonna do for this review. My final score for Injustice 2. Oh, it ran better as well, so my thoughts are not as tainted this time. My thoughts are gonna be an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. Not super great. It does get a little frustrating with the battles and how they adjusted the strengths of the characters and stuff like that. But overall, it's still a fun game to play, and I would definitely recommend playing it if you get the chance to. I think you'll really enjoy it. So especially if you like the first game, I think you'll definitely like the second game. So that's going to do it, though, for this review. If you've ever played Injustice 2, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.